Hi, Blossoming Tribe. It's me again, Amaya Tala, and I'm here to talk to you about how to integrate imperfection actually, into your daily life. I mean, look at me. I talk to people like I know what I'm talking about, but my life is like so far away from being perfect. And that's what I want to share with you is how imperfectness is actually going to be beautifully woven and integrated into your life, and how to do that in a very seamless manner, in a way that makes your life complete. And I think that's the key to living this life to the fullest, is to know that you are not lacking. You are not this person in construction, although you also are, but at the same time you are already complete. And I want to talk about that more, so we will have more clarity about this subject. So stay tuned for the rest of this video. Yes, so when it comes to imperfection, I think, many of us grew up in a society that is very measured and graded, and if you get a wrong answer, if you get how many wrong answers, if you fail at an exam, like, you're not gonna be certified, or you're not gonna prove yourself to be good enough for the community, for the society. And this is very, very traumatic for many people in this community and in humanity, because it really lowers the confidence of a lot of people, to the point that they go through life thinking that they're never good enough. And it's interesting because I had to deal with that, and that's why I'm in this video. That's why I'm sharing a lot of things in the YouTube channel, because even my life is not perfect at all, but the things that I share in my channel comes from that. And that's how personally I have integrated imperfectness into my life, because in this imperfectness, that is where I see the gems and the wisdom, and I see the stories. I think one of the key to integrating imperfection into your life, to make your life complete, is knowing that life is a story. Life is an evolution, and there's something to be learned in every step of the journey, and you will never learn it if you don't go through challenges. If you already know everything, like, there is no journey if you already experienced everything, if you already know everything. So we are on a quest to find answers, to seek. And even though it looks like, when you are a seeker, it means that you don't know nothing, you don't know shit. And none of us know anything. Even I feel like ascended masters probably don't know everything, unless they go back completely to source. So it's really, and the best teachers are the teachers who admit that they don't know everything, and that makes them the best teachers. That right there is a good example to show you how to integrate imperfection into greatness. So, duality in the universe that we live in can work for us if we know how to work with it. That the opposite of what we think is the positive is actually what makes everything complete. So, the yin yang symbol is actually is a complete symbol, with part of it that is dark and part of it that is light, but it's complete. It's not all light, and that's what makes it complete. That's what makes it perfect. So I think now I'm just breaking this down into more practical terms for you, so that it will be easier to apply this into your life. So one is the story. There's always a story. So wherever you are in a story, it will never be perfect. Sometimes, people's favorite part of the story, favorite part of the movie, is the first part of the movie, the middle, the climax, the end. And sometimes it's in the climax. And the climax, when you're in the climax of a movie, it's not overdone with. It's not finished. It's like this highlight. And I think when it comes to your life, it's very important to pay attention to the highlights of your life, even though it's not finished yet. Your whole story is not going to finish until the end of your life. So realizing that the imperfection of every part of the journey is what makes it complete. So right now in my journey, my life is not perfect. I still have a lot of things to achieve and accomplish and all like that, but I don't need to desperately, like, I don't need for those things to come to be in my life to feel like I'm good enough or perfect or complete, because I recognize that where I am right now is part of the completeness of my journey, and I just enjoy it. Like, recording this video is already a complete expression of what I want to say in this moment. And in that moment, it's part of a story that's yet to be completed, but it's also complete in itself. So being in the present moment, recognizing the completeness of each moment of experience and how they all come together, how the imperfection supports that story. If there's a person who is triggering you or it's making your life hard, they are part of your story that later on maybe you're going to write a book about. Later on maybe you're going to talk to people about the lessons you've learned. And that's what I've learned throughout my journey. My journey was not perfect. There's a lot of moments when it was just so frustrating and disappointing, and now I'm talking about them. And I am grateful for them, because without them I wouldn't have this purpose in my life right now. And it makes my life perfect. So this is the message that is coming through me, and also my heart wants to share with all of you, that imperfection is sacred, and it's time to respect it and cherish it and see the value in that. That's why nature is not perfect, because it's beautiful, and that's what makes it beautiful. And not just in like a quote way, like, you know, it's just something that people say, but actually there is value and reasoning, or there's a reason, like there's a reason why, because it literally makes the experience of the present moment more savory, more beautiful, and it makes the earth, it's why the earth keeps going, you know, keeps its balance, because of these imperfections. Because imagine if earth is not perfect, if it was a complete concrete jungle, it is not going to sustain itself. So there's, you know, a valuable reason why earth is not perfect, why nature is not perfect, and it's exactly why it's making the whole nature perfect that feeds us. So yeah, as I'm giving this talk, the more I actually am educating myself about this subject, because a lot of this just goes through me. It's like, yeah, I didn't think about that. And the last thing I want to share about how to integrate imperfection into your daily life to make your life complete is, there is a part of us that's already perfect, which is in a deeper part of us, our soul. And this is connected to, you know, the higher realms in the universe, the higher realms in, I don't know, the higher dimensions, your higher self, your soul, your inner being. And that soul can look through the eyes of other people and connect with other people and say, communicate that I see you in your imperfection. I see you in your story. I see you in your journey. And no matter where they are in their journey, no matter even you being imperfect, you know soul to soul that you are more than this physical existence. And I remember when I was a kid, I was very, 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 very aware of this. And, you know, even though my playmates were not perfect, I can see the expression of their soul through their imperfectness. And there is no judgment. There is no like you have to be this way, like standards that, you know, society usually put on people, because, you know, kids are just, they're just our kids. They're dirty, they're like, they make a mess, but it's like it's part of their expression. They don't mind if they play on the ground and play on the soil. It's not going to taint who they are. Children are really, really, really good teachers. And so no matter how imperfect you are, if it's coming from really your authentic self, you make all the mess you want. It's never going to taint who you really are. It's never going to taint your beauty. And it's the same with challenges that maybe other people are putting on you. No matter what they do, it's never going to taint your beauty and your authentic expression of life. So embrace your imperfection, and know that this is part of nature, the natural flow of nature right at this moment. You don't need to wait till you become someone, I don't know who you want to be, although you can like pursue that. It's like this balance of those two, you know, two self that we have. But know that the person pursuing that is already perfect, is already valuable. So, yeah. Yeah, so I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. If it did, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe and share this video if you haven't done so. And thank you for being in my space. I hope that, thank you also for the positive feedback from several people that my videos are helping them. And I encourage you to also step into your own authentic and best self, so you can also share the gifts of your wisdom to other people, and start whatever YouTube channel or other platforms that you can use today in our day and age today. And flood social media with soulful content, like we really, really need that today, so that we can raise the vibration of our community, of our society, of our planet. So yes, that's what I have for you for today. I'm standing up right now just to switch things up and see how I feel if I'm going to continue doing this. But thank you so much for listening, and I will see you again next time. Blessings.